Go on, everyone, here in my car. I feel safe as the full Camaros all over the walls. It's like, oh, my cargo. You driving just never gets to me. So, definitely, yeah, with this Hunter x Hunter, a lot more slower pace than the godliness. I'd like, let's just get it straight. You cannot fuck with last week's episode. Nothing that would be as godly as that. And even after that episode, I caught up with the manga. I've seen all the material that's been out to now. I've seen the latest chapter. Some people are seeing that. So definitely, yeah, it's gonna be weird talking about the episodes now. Now that I'm fully caught up and I know what's gonna happen, it still is a little bit more different with doing that. But definitely as well, this episode, a lot more slower paced episode than what we've been seeing. Definitely as well, the animation, because last week's episode, godlike. They had to put everything into that one, and I don't mind that this episode was a little bit lower down in animation quality, but I'm fine with that. But we find out the king, as well, is still remembering. He was struggling to remember, and just the second that Yuppie and Poof mentioned that they were going to find Neferpito, and they said, oh, I know who Neferpito was, but Pito was trying to do something important for him, but he's, really struggling to see, what's going to happen. It's it seems like the king only needs words to remember, what happened. So it's definitely is I don't need to remember, if it's like Komugi, if anyone says that name, they're fucked. It's King will remember everything about Komugi. So friggin' Poof needs to stop that from even happening. And it's when friggin' Knuckle&Meloron were just saying, yeah, we're not even gonna worth it. We're not gonna try and APR on the king because we gotta be 50 meters away from it. It's when King loses it, gets mad, and you just see his N surround the entire place. He just gets the nearest two people, which were Knuckle&Meloron, and he just freaking knocks them the fuck out with no struggle at all. And I was just oh, King, why are you so beastly? It's he's doing that just to interrogate him, because we know the king, if he wanted to, he could have had their fucking heads off just there. He wouldn't even have to do anything. He could have just gone, gone. Wouldn't need to do anything about it. And then we see as well, Poof is trying to make a game with him, saying trying to buy time so he can, get rid of the evidence of Komugi and herself. And he knows that there's something hiding between them, because he even noticed that they share the same body right now, which is a question as well that I didn't get in the manga. It's because the APR did disappear, but I was curious anyway, would all of them share the same APR? If, one of them went bust, would it be? Because it was, in the end, I think it was, was it Yuppie or Poof that got hit by it, I believe, about the APR. So I was curious about that. It's seeing, what would have happened if, one of them went bust, or if it was just if the king went bust, that was it. Also, as well, we did see a little bit of Gon and Killua in this episode, just seeing that, when Palm was looking for, a sight, seeing that Gon has reverted back to his normal form. He's still got the long-ass hair, and he's got sort of, hardly no fucking muscle on him after using that technique, but it shows that it looks like they're heading back now, and it's yo, that fight just last week, oh my god, it's so fucking godly. But that game right now, the game that they need to know, it's just he knew that about their loyalty. He was saying, yeah, you guys, you have strong loyalty. If you guys weren't loyal to me, I would have fucking killed you right now. I would have taken your heads off like fucking Peggy. When I first came around and I took that freaking penguin's head off, I would have done the same to you. But it's he knows their loyalty, and that's why he hasn't killed him yet. And when they were going there, it's oh, the king, which, Poof, yowie eyes as fuck. People just crying like a motherfucker. And I find out, okay, this is what the game is. Poof and Yuppie, while they find Pito, and also as well, Poof has to hypnotize him first. And while the king goes to try to find everyone else, Ikalgo and Palm are the only ones left right now, it's he can only use his N once more. So it's pretty much, if he used N right now and continued using it, that's it. Game over. It would have been done. And it's just the episode pretty much ends with Ikalgo in his car, just driving upon, here in my car, I feel safe, this is the fool. It's just driving on there. And the episode ends with the king trying to remember about the contest as well, because he did remember something about that. And Ikalgo and Palm putting back at little Bezel's, little fucking crib, putting Komugi there, so she said. So overall, the episode with the animation and sort of how much had because there was some progression. We have got something, but it's yeah, it was just buying time. We don't want the king trying to catch up with people. That's what Poof was trying to do. This one, I'd just like to say it had some good moments into it, but there was a lot of dragging on in this episode. So yeah, it was definitely like I say a 5 to a 6. It was average, which is a shame because last week's episode was a fucking 11, 100 out of 10. That was just so fucking beastly. And from the preview, we're gonna be looking forward to some stuff next week. I can't wait to see it, and it's just sad to see that we're nearly done with the Chameleon arc, and just also as well nearly done with just Hunter in general. Whether or not they're gonna do a filler arc or something. Or if they're just actually just going to end it there, because they have a perfect place where they can end it. From what I've read in the manga, they have a perfect place to do it. But overall, let me know what you think in the comment sections down below. What did you think of this episode? I personally, I got some enjoyment out of it, but it's like, compared to some other episodes, very slow, very dragged on, and thumbs up for fucking, Ikaruga in his car, because, we got a lot of like an octopus, driving around in his truck. But that's all for me. I want to thank you much for watching this. Always remember, I'll see you guys next time, and Savagezweipanda.